Tesla? What? Here in small town Alabama, there sits a Tesla. Parked all the way at the end of the parking lot, so nobody's probably going to hit it. Where do you even plug one of those things in around here? We don't have charging stations for that. We're tiny. I used to go home and plug it into your house. Let it take about 5 times as long to charge. And that's one of my things. For the price that those cost, it just looks regular. It's like everything else on the road. I didn't realize it was anything out of the ordinary until I saw the hood emblem. You know, if I'm going to pay that much money for anything, it better be some kind of attention getter or have something special about it other than the fact that you can plug it in at night instead of putting gas in it when you run out. Maybe I'm just a simple-minded redneck, I don't know. I like things that make loud noises and vibrations. That's what seems fun to me. Not riding around listening to my transmission hum and my tires rub against the asphalt. I don't want to hear any of that crap over the sound of my big honking exhaust. Having said that, I've got an 2002 S2000 that, other than the K&N air filter, I left completely stock, and I've had that car for, I think I bought it in 04, something like that. Maybe it was a little bit later than that. Anyway, other than the fact that somebody had wrecked it, it was practically brand new. I think it had like 13,000 miles on it. So I fixed where it had been wrecked. And I got it pretty cheap. Like, I could probably turn around today, 15 years after the fact, and sell it for what I paid for it. Even though it's got about 115,000 miles on it now, and it's as old as it is. Yeah, I'm not ever going to be able to get rid of it, though. I love the car. My wife loves the car. I did get backed into at a gas station a while ago, and the person that did it left the scene. I didn't realize it had happened until I walked out, and she was long gone. Several people saw it, but nobody saw it well enough to identify the person. And of course, the gas station owner claims he didn't have cameras out there, which I know was a lie. So, whoever did it was somebody that a lot of people know. And it really doesn't matter. She backed into the front fender on my passenger side and dented it in far enough that the passenger side door won't open. Like, it'll crack open a little bit, but it don't open far enough for me to have a passenger, unless you want to throw the top down and climb in like the Duke boys. And I'm cool with that as long as you don't step on my seat and rip the leather. I really need to get that fixed, though. I keep thinking about doing it, and then something else will come up that I'd rather spend my money on. And that just seems to be the way things go. It's never a priority, but I realize it needs to be done. Really need to look at putting a new roof on that thing too. Not roof, soft top. Something about the invertible mechanism. It's torn a hole on the passenger side. It's big enough to look through, but it's not so big that it ever leaks when it rains. I don't really understand how that works. I can stick my finger through the hole in the roof and look at the sky, but it doesn't leak somehow. It hadn't yet. Now that I've said it don't leak like that, it's going to start leaking. But talking about those priorities, before I spend any more money on the car, I would really like to get the DNA Stage 2 air filter kit for this bike. So I've got a throttle map already downloaded that's probably going to work pretty well for the setup that I've got. After I add that, I just don't want to put it on yet, because with the factory air filter that I've got on here now, if I load that tune on it, it's going to run super rich. And I don't want that. I wouldn't mind having a couple more horsepower though. Not just that, it'd be knowing that I've done everything simple that I can do other than changing the sprockets to make this thing as quick as it could be, as rowdy as it could be, however you want to think about it. Because I've never really been a big time, I'm not one of those people that buys a car and then goes and spends a ton of money buying crap to put on it, to customize it, make it mine, make it unique, even make it go faster. I've never cared. But the motorcycle was something completely different. I knew this was what I wanted. I was about 99% sure this was exactly the bike that I wanted. And I don't regret buying it. But when you buy it straight from the factory, it's probably not going to be what you want it to be. You know, if you want an FZ07 or MT07 now, because of that exhaust note, that's going to cost you some money. Probably a good bit of money, because exhausts are not cheap. As simple as they look, they are definitely not cheap. You know, one pipe, a muffler, and a header, at the length this is, costs every bit as much as a full system for a car. If you get one of the cheaper full systems for a car, you can spend as much on a motorcycle exhaust as you want to, basically. Especially if you get one of them there Italian bikes. Whew, lordy, that crap gets expensive. There's not a lot of parts on this bike that I hadn't touched in some way or another, as far as changing them, replacing them, putting something different on, whatever. Because there is an awesome bike buried up under this shell of what you buy when you go buy a new FZ07 or a used one that's been left stock. There's an awesome bike up under that. You just have to peel some layers away to get to it. And sometimes the peeling gets expensive.